sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. On the visitors' sideline, there's a look at the Packers head coach. His guys at 2-0 to begin 2025. Across from him, it's Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys also 2-0, so this is a good measuring stick matchup early in the season. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
First carry for Joe Mixon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. From the gun, here is Allen. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led by the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Tony.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
12 yards. And the Packers first down.
Here's Stroud. Flush to his right, and he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. It is C.J. Stroud in need of some attention. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. second and 9.
Play action. Now, Wilson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. Third down coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goal history. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. He'll start at the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. He'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. And they'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
Jaden Hicks on the stop.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Mario Davis there on the play. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And he will go all the way. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Green Bay. That his 1st touchdown of the new year. A beautiful combination in the air there. And bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. He's got a man here. That's Madden. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
15 yards on the play. And the Browns.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He ran Rodgers' ass over.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll go right back to Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Come on, man. I know what they're going to do. Do what they getting, man. They eating us up that middle.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Allen. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
From the gun, got him. Moving to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Number 17, Josh Allen on the keeper.
And that's a great
Way to make
job
up for it,
defensively
Ryder.
here on third down.
Way
Not
to
only
make
taking
up
away
for it,
all
my
the
man.
options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Tymee Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores. 3. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Stroud to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. PAT is offered. The kick is good. And the Packers move out in front by the score of 17-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Johnson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Allen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Operating out of the gut. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Joey Bosa. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Tress Way now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Packers offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. And what start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, his defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down.
Here we go. 18.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 7.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. A long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Packers on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football from the 31. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A couple of 1st downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. Here's Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen on 3rd down. To the left side. It was caught by Myers. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That's another Browns 1st First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Play action. It's Allen. He'll go right back to Miles. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Quick throw to RPO, and that's caught by Iomatic. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and
throwing again is Allen. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Allen to throw again. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like he was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Browns are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10.
Browns 10.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's two guys that play tight end. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after it and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win third down one-on-one. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run-after-catch. I think he's a good fit because, remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all 3 downs.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
11 more yards.
First and 10.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 19.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
15 more yards.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and goal, Green Bay.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it on in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer.
The kicker
They don't have one for this guy.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Packers move out to a 24-10 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy now to return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. They'll run here with Brown. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. He'll tuck it and take off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
That's crazy.
On play action, Allen, and he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a Browns first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Brown. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays.
Here's a handoff to Walker. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? So that'll cost them half the distance. the gun, it's Wilson. That one complete to Johnston.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 72 yards.
On first down, Wilson. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Packers. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan. Early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hardy. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL. 2025. The Packers offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Now Russ. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And he will be brought down The final play here in this first half. A carry here for Brown. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen now on 2nd down. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll go with the sneak. He's going to have a Browns first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
On first down, on a run with Madison. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the left side, he's got Komet. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Browns first down.
Throwing again, it's Allen. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Allen to the air. Throw, left side, taken in by Iomanner. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try to sneak it here. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
10 at the Packers' 30-yard line.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Browns first down.
Now Allen on first down. He'll work this out wide to Madison. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Back at the 18.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throwing again is Allen. Here's a screen set up for Madison. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal.
A 38-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. The Packers offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
13 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
First down.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
19 more yards.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll run the draw with Walker. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now, the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Complete to Jacoby Myers.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Packers offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now give to Walker, running right, and he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
So it's not a when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one taken at the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Marquise Bell on the tackle. A gain of 4.
He'll toss this one out to Madison. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. We're all set to kick this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Packers offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And they are here to start September, aren't they? On their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Once again, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zayvon Collins getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
About having confidence in your kicker, Mike? I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Browns offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field, and this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. So from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's got his man. Complete to Iomanner. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Intended for Jacoby Myers. Incomplete. Jalen Hawkins.
To throw again, it's Allen. And that ball incomplete over the middle. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Allen to throw again. Over the middle, that's Komet. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Throwing again, it's Allen. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10.
One more time going up top with Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the Packers' 8-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mixon trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Mixon makes it. Touchdown, Browns. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score Packers 40, Browns 20.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Handoff, running left, it is Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Second and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 9. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's fouled up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Packers add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll do so with first and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Allen now on second down. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Browns first
Throwing
down.
now. Allen here on first down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
To the air once more is Allen. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Browns.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
Now the spike as the clock ticks under 50 seconds to play. On second down. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Packers have recovered the football. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And this one really... But the shouting, one timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.